Okay. Um, yeah, if you see me looking around a lot, that's because mostly like in this direction, that's because I'm making sure the raccoon that you all seen crawled up on this porch don't crawl back up here, go into another charge at me, but fully grown. That'd be the worst. Anyways, I'm making this video because I want to make some here soon. I just gotta rewatch a couple old cartoons, but you see, around 2016, no, that's too far. 2017, this new trend started where it was conspiracy theories involving cartoons, such as most ones that were used was Courage the Cowardly Dogs, Rugrats, and basically people are using the shows that were like very easy to make conspiracies out of. There's only like one to two people I saw that would actually put like 20 different cartoon show titles in a hat and sit there and draw. And then, you know, oof, it looks like there's an animal in those bushes. But they'd sit there and draw like a random show, and they'd sit up and they'd just instantly make up a new conspiracy theory involving around that show. And they were good too. I liked a lot of them, honestly. Especially the ones that were coming up with them that quick. So when I was watching cartoons in the past or after that, I started to think about it more and more, like, you know, because I was like rewatching some shows for like the third or second time, and when you're watching it for like the third time for sure, you're not watching it to see, what happens next. Instead, you're watching it to try to figure it out more, try to figure out what the writer was trying to show you in other ways, subliminally. And that is where you get that was a huge bug. That's where you get the conspiracy theories from for the cartoon shows. And boy, they work. If you haven't listened to any conspiracy theories about cartoon shows, they're really good. Right now, there's not that many of them because it's kind of a dying trend. Um, but there's this one guy doing it good still, and he's using like real good, probably the best, honestly, I'd say, because he's using the SpongeBob cartoon, and he made already 15 different theories about it, and like these theories, like as you're watching and listening to all his evidence, it's like holy crap, these are like good theories. Like, is this like, what was this with SpongeBob, right? it might ruin it might ruin your childhood. It might even ruin the show for you. So keep that in mind. Just keep in mind it's just a conspiracy theory, and just like with every other conspiracy theory, they're just an ideal enter- or entertainment idea. Something to keep the story going, so you don't have to end it with a cliffhanger or end it with a actual ending. But instead, others can take it and run along with it and make it longer. That's how I feel like it when I watch these conspiracy theories on cartoons. So I'm gonna be doing that soon because I came up with some real good ones. I'm not gonna give them out yet. And honestly, I came up with some conspiracy theories on TV shows, not just cartoons, but reality TV shows. Yeah, reality TV shows at that, not just like regular TV shows. Um, so yeah, we'll be doing that soon. And hear that? I'm telling you, these bugs are getting bigger and bigger. Sound like pebbles hitting the wall. But anyways, but for tonight, here's a little, you know, a little entree taste before. It's gonna have nothing to do with TV shows or cartoons. This conspiracy theory is a lot closer than that. Something that every age group can kind of relate to. Board games. I'm going to do a conspiracy theory about board games right now, really quick one. So, I'm thinking about this one game that's I think Asian based. It's an Asian checkers game where like there's 8 holes in the board on each side, and then two large holes on each opposite side. And the idea is you take the marbles from the hole and you drop them each place. However many marbles are in that hole, you have to drop forward each marble until you run out, you know. And you try to score as many marbles as you can on your side. It's the whole point of the game. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, that's one of my favorite board games, honestly. After Monopoly, it goes that game. Well, I think it's called Mahjong, but no, I think that's a real Chinese checkers. I don't know. But anyways, I call it, I don't know, Pebbles. But yeah, so I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, when I used to play that game. Whenever I play that game, I play it hard. I try to play at least 6 matches. That way, I know how to play it, and I know how to win every time I go to play it for at least a year or half a year, because it's easy to remember how to win that game when you know how to. But you have to play through like 5 matches. But anyways, I'm thinking about, even though I did that, there was this time when I showed my little brother the game, and I don't know what it was, but I could not beat him. I played him 20, like not 20 times, that's too many, but at least 10 times. Honest, I played him enough times to learn how to like go, when, and where to each spot to score as many points, but he still beat me. And he was half my age. And so now I'm thinking back to it, I'm like, wait a second. That don't make sense. Because in the past, when I, faced other people, every time after 5 matches, even in between those 5 matches, I learned quickly because I'd known it in the past. But I'd always get the win most of the time, After those 5 matches, I'd always get the win. So how would it end up like that time? Maybe my memory's getting bad. But then here comes a conspiracy theory for you all. What if it's not the player that gets the win? What if it's actually the board game that chooses who wins? Now you're probably thinking, that sounds crazy. You're talking about a piece of plastic or a piece of cardboard that chooses the winner of the game that you're all playing? How is that possible? There's no organisms in the hell. Okay, that's fair to say. But when you really think about it, what about Hasbro's Ouija board? Ouija board, sorry, I don't know how to say it. I never knew how to say that word. I still don't. But yeah, let's think about that board, the board that you can use to talk to spirits with. That board, the player don't win. I mean, I guess the player does win if it can contact the spirit world, but when you think about it, the board chooses the player in that game, right? So why, if it's possible for that board game, what if it was possible for other board games? Well, if there's more that we didn't know the board games, like even the little figures we use to move around the board, what if they were, trapped spirits of some sort? Imagine that. Be crazy. So yeah, that's my conspiracy theory on board games right there real quickly. Who knows? Maybe it's you with your skill, or maybe it's a card, it's an Uno, that's like, you know what? Let's give this person the draw 4 that use on the on you, you know? Who knows who decides to win the games when you really think about it, because we can't see the cards flip down, and we really don't know if we're going to win the game or not. Something to think about. That's a little taste, see how easy it is for me to give conspiracy theories. And, uh-oh, I dropped a cherry down the floorboard. Now I smell some smoke. Watch me blow up, jeez. But anyways, yeah, that's how easy it is for me to make a conspiracy theory on the spot. I just came up with that one as soon as I started recording this, honestly. As soon as I thought of it, I was like, that's what I want to do, a little trailer for the conspiracy theory on the TV shows before we start that. But yeah, let me know what you all think. Interesting stuff. Maybe you haven't heard of these, like maybe never really listened to conspiracy theories yet. But on YouTube here, we got a lot of conspiracy theories, probably involving your favorite childhood show from, your favorite actor or actress today. So, I plan to do kind of the same thing, but in a different way. Go trying to make conspiracy theories about TV shows now that I know how to do warning labels better, like with the Dolly Mini series. Because honestly, that should be a 18 plus series, but since I do that warning real good, I don't have to do that. Anyways, peace out and stay awesome, people. I got another conspiracy theory for you all. That's what the monster looked like last time I poked its head out. If it looked like my shadow, maybe it was a future me.